Good morning. Listen, I wanted to talk to you guys today because I treat people in their 90s, their 80s, their 70s, their 60s, and below. And I'm asking myself, what is the common thread here, or what is the divergence between these people in these different decades of age? And I want to talk to you about what I call the motion quotient. So it's where you're going to fall somewhere on a scale of how much you move and how sedentary you are. And I'm going to do this in three parts. Part one is going to be the mind, part two is going to be the muscles, and part three is going to be the joints. So stay with me. I want you to imagine a faucet. We've all got old faucets at home, and when it's a brand new faucet, you turn the water on and the water flows out. And 20 years, 30 years later, you look around the rim of that faucet, and what do you see? You see mineral and calcium buildup, right? And the narrowing of that faucet. And as the faucet narrows, what happens? Decreased water flow, right? So I'm going to compare our bodies and our mind to that faucet. You with me? So let's begin today about the mind. What does the mind do? People think of the mind as a static thing, right? It's just a thing. It runs our bodies, but it moves. Did you know that? The mind moves. So what we're doing now in neuroscience is appreciating the fact that we actually build neurons. And we build neurons, everybody knows that in a child because a child's constantly learning, right? But now we get to be adults and we stop learning. Wrong. Because we're going to start decreasing the neurons, just like we decrease our muscle, just like we decrease our joint motion. Remember I said part one, part two, part three? Stay with me. So the thing that everybody worries about in the mind is what? Especially as we get older, dementia and Alzheimer's. Well, I'm going to give you the news. There's only three things after everything's been studied. Forget about your ginkgo biloba and all that other stuff. There's only three things that happen that make the mind more efficient and proficient. You ready? Because I'm going to give you the secret. These are the big three. And you're not going to guess what two of them are. But here's number one. Meditation. Wow, everybody's going, meditation, oh. No, what meditation is single-minded focus on either a thing, an object, a function, such as breathing, or single-minded focus on a thought process, right? Could be God. But it's teaching the mind to focus on a single thing. And when you do that, you grow neurons. Grow. Do you hear that word? Grow. You increase the number of neuronal pathways in your mind. Second thing, you ready? Video games. Who would have thought video games? And why video games? And what adult in us is going to go out and buy video games? But why video games? Because video games do one thing, and it's why kids love them so much. It challenges the mind to make quick decisions about things that they don't know are coming. What do we do as adults? What we do as adults is we get real certain. We want to A, be certain. Two, we want to control. Why? Because we don't have to do anything out of our comfort zone. Kids love that feeling of abandonment. And video games do that. But remember, we're building neurons, because as opposed to single focus in meditation, when you can also build fast neurons about decision making, because you got to make decisions quickly. So number two. Number three, the one everybody, I believe, has already guessed, exercise. Whoa, exercise. Yeah, we knew that. Why do I got to do exercise? Simple. The thing that builds up in dementia, in Alzheimer's, is this amyloid, sticky plaque stuff. And it builds up just like the calcium around, the mineralization around that faucet. Remember the faucet? And it sticks, and it decreases the blood flow. Well, if you're not increasing the blood flow, now you've got decreased blood flow on top of decreased blood flow. So exercise, what does exercise do? Pumps the heart. What does that do? Pumps more blood up through our carotid arteries, and the blood has correct oxygen, and it inhibits this sticky plaque buildup in our brains. So you want to do 3 things to put off dementia and Alzheimer's? The only 3 things. 1, start meditating. 2, go play some video games with your kids, your grandkids, or get in a closet and play them with yourself. And 3, start exercising. Okay, go do these things. I'll talk to you in part 2 in a minute.